All right, Coach, from the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Buffalo Bills. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go. Mike. Ready? Half 85, half 85. Shoot. What's that?
On first down, Dobbins. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. To the air, Allen. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 43. 52. Banjo.
Now a give, right side. Dobbins. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Carl Nassib there on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Allen. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 27 yards there, a first down. And that catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his 2nd season. The future, bright. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
You got 3 down.
They'll try the left side. Dobbins, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Watch the edge.
On 2nd down, Dobbins. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
Check 13. Check 13. Shoot.
They'll try the left side. Dobbins, and he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. They'll run on first down. Dobbins, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take it for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Hauschka adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Makes the score Bills 7, Buccaneers nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Working out of the gun, Winston. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Jameis to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one. And look at this, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first.
That's it, baby. We go work.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Winston. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. Call it a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. 58, right?
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And look at this, the punt team is out there. Somebody better give them the memo that it's second down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run in the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
On second down now, Dobbins, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Bills 7, Buccaneers nothing.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check. No. Me.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down. A first down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. I'm coming for you, son. Here we go.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. The Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschko with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Winston. Flush to his right. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. And Oliver just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Wait. Here I come again.
From the gun, Winston. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Bradley Pinion now. As so he's on to punt it away.
Let's go, at their own 31-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. 23 yards the pickup there. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Pilot, 64,
On first down, Dobbins. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
On 2nd and 7, Allen. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And Hauschka missed it. Wide to the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington, and it's an early lead there for the Saints. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Here's Winston. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, Winston. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on third down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Allen now looks to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. So the shotgun snap to Allen. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down. But not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try the left side. Dobbins, and he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Winston now. Got him in. It's Brashad Perriman. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Winston. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
36, 36.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Give him 4 yards there, and that should be the final play of this first half.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 45-yard line. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Check 20.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Alert.
Here's Allen to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh fighting the path to the QB there.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. He gets it to Brown, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 22. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And the grab by Croft. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
On third down, Dobbins. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. How and a lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Next to score, Bills 28, Buccaneers 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a short kick taking it about the 16. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Wait.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Play action now. Winston under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. 9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Winston from the gun on third down. He's going to fire one deep. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big gain of 31 on third down. From the red zone now, Winston. Flushed out right. And he's got it. But I think the ball's out. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
On first down, Dobbins. And even with that broken tackle, can't get very far. Stopped short of the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now this one complete to Robert Foster. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
At the Buccaneers' 12-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. All 52. Get that ball. Get that ball. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
The Bills on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
It's 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. 61 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On 2nd and 9, Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And they'll indeed take a knee.